most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shump, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob. Don't forget Sam. He's with us today.
And his jaw is dropping.
Nah, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
All right, Brad, what are we going to talk about?
Oh, shoulder. Now, this is a very interesting demonstration and education on shoulder impingement, how to test for it, how we test for it as therapists. And you can do this at home. These 3 tests do take a little practice. So
And shoulder impingement is very common.
it is. As a matter of fact, Dr.
Kirsch?
Dr. M. Kirsch, it's Mark, right?
No, I don't think so, but John.
I'm sorry. I don't know where that- Anyways, he wrote a book on this. He's an expert in the field, orthopedic surgeon on shoulders,
Yep.
and he feels that 70% of shoulder problem pain is from impingement. So
I've seen some studies that showed less,
Right.
but a wide range.
Yeah, it's still majority.
Yes,
everyone
exactly.
everyone agrees with that. So what we want to talk about is these 3 tests. But first, let's clear up what is impingement, Bob.
Before that, even, let's just say
oh,
we're going to have
the
a
giveaway.
And what is this now?
That is the
X6?
T6
X6.
X6 massage gun.
I was right.
Yep.
So this is the X6 massage gun. We'll show it at the end.
Right. There's a nice technique for shoulder impingement. You can do it this.
Go to bobbrad.com and go to the giveaway section. You can sign up for the giveaway.
Yeah, it's the power
It's
one.
a nice one.
It's a hefty duty goose. Okay, here we go. Let's look at Sam and look at the impingement. So when we talk about impingement, it happens right here, the supraspinatus tendon, which on this side we have it in pink. And what happens is when you lift up your arm, if you look right there, you got the point. Oh, we got the pointer right there. Ouch! Pinch. And that's no good, because what's happening is the rotator cuff is not doing what it's supposed to, and it's not dropping and opening that gap up, which I can't do with this model. But there's also a bursa in there.
Right.
That can get pinched. So you got a couple main
The
structures.
tendon, the bursa, and
Yep.
the bone also could be translated a little foot forward.
Right. The humerus bone.
Right.
And sometimes the subacromial, this bone here, can be shaped a little weird or have
Right.
some-
Have a hook on it.
Yep, exactly. So all those things are part of it. Thank you, Sam. We'll need you no more.
Can't even respond because there's no jaw.
We'll take care
take
of
care
that
of that.
later. All right. So let's go to the tests. There's 3 tests, very common. Therapists use them, doctors use them. I just had these done when I had my shoulder look at. That's another story. But we're going to do them in seated position. And have a seat, Bob. I'm going to test his left shoulder. Okay, the
right shoulder.
Right shoulder, that one too. Now the tests are, there's one called the near, which you bring up the arm like this. It makes a pinch in there.
Bring it near to your ear.
Yep. Next one is a Hawkins Kennedy, where your arm is like this, and we do a motion like this. And the next one is the near, or the crossover, where your arm crosses over.
Right.
You cannot do these to yourself. Someone else has to do them to you to do it good, proper information. So the first thing, as the tester, the therapist, there's some things you must do, and I just took a continuing ed on this, and this is the latest information, is stabilize the scapula. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
The shoulder blade.
Yep, right here. Stabilize this. I'm going to do this by putting some pressure down here, and I'm going to hold here
All
when I
he's doing
can.
is basically leaning on it.
Yep. So if I'm standing, the person getting tested is seated, it puts me in a good position to do what I need to do. We're going to do the near first, and we're looking for an impingement there. Arm goes
Now,
straight.
the key is actually take the thumb and turn it down.
Right. And I'm going to give a little overpressure with
turn,
that.
yep.
Not a lot.
So he's turning it in.
Now, Bob, I would like you to relax with this. I'm going to stabilize here, internal rotation. Bob, relax. I'm going to go to the end range where it doesn't want to go anymore and just put a little overpressure. Now, I've worked with enough people where when you get up in the here, if it's positive, the person says, ouch.
Right.
I don't like that.
Might be on the way up.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the pain right here is where you want to
Right.
feel it.
It recreates your pain.
Yeah, if they do it and they say it hurts back in here, it's
Right.
not a positive test. It has to hurt with the emotion and hurt here to be positive.
Right.
Okay. Now, number two, the second one, we're going to go into the Hawkins Kennedy, which is this one. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to again support here, bring the arm out, and now we're going to do it in two positions. This is called scaption, not straight out, but it's slightly forward, and then we're going to do it straight in front. Okay. So first one's first, 90-degree bend in the elbow. We're going to internally rotate here, and you don't have to do a lot, just comfortable. And now I like to maintain here and put my hand here and rotate here. I go to end range, push a little more, and oftentimes the person's eyes open up when you get about
Right.
here and say, ah, and then you don't push anymore, be nice. But you do it here and then straight in front and same
I want to
thing.
feel a little bit.
You feel that a little
Yeah,
bit?
a little bit.
Yeah. So here we've got a semi-positive one, and the other one was negative.
Right.
And I'll mark them that way, like semi-positive or partially positive.
So.
Yeah. And then the last one is the crossover. I'm going to stabilize here. And I forgot to mention, they do need to be in reasonably good posture, not all slouched over. Okay. So the crossover, again, out like this,
Turn the
internal
muscle,
rotation.
thumb to the point down.
Yeah, this one I stabilize here, and we're going to go all the way over. So I'm crossing his elbow goes right to the opposite shoulder, and a little pressure there. How are you doing, Bob?
Good.
So that was negative.
Yeah, that was
All
negative.
right. So those are the three tests. Now, if they're all positive, it's clearly, ouch, it hurts on all of them. It hurts right there. All positive. Does that mean you got shoulder impingement? Not 100%.
necessary. Yeah.
It's a good indication. It's pretty strong, particularly if you're a therapist or doctor, you've done it for years and you know symptoms
Right.
and you talk to them
Right.
and whatnot. However, if they're all negative, no pain with all those, and they're done reasonably correct, there's a really good chance you don't have impingement.
Right.
That's just how the statistics lay out. So that's interesting.
Yes, it is.
So there's a treatment we talked about. If you happen to have a massage gun and you use the one with the ball head, because
Right.
there's lots of heads on these. Typically, they'll come with 5 heads. Ours do. And you take that, but you don't. We're going to go right over that tendon over on the
Right.
deltoid.
That tendon is you got a tendonitis
Mhm.
inflammation because it's flared up. We want to get the scar tissue out of it.
You're right. We want to free things up a little bit. So this is a strong gun. So I'm going to get it moving here. Again, I'm not going straight into it
It's got
that's
5 speeds.
Yeah, just keep it low. I'm on number 2. 1 or 2 I'd
Right.
recommend. I'm not going to go straight into it. You're just going to beat it up.
Right.
That's like doing major impingement.
Yeah.
So go sideways with it. And, you can do it directly on your skin, or you can go, on your clothing. Either way works for me. I like to go directly on the skin with this one. And I'll work it like this. You can massage it by hand. But what happens is this shoulder and fingers get pretty tired, and you haven't done it
And
long
this
enough
shoulder,
yet.
you're almost doing the
The
Hawkins Kennedy test on.
yeah, or the crossover test. So this really does work well. Or you have, a family member, a friend, they can
Yeah,
do
you
it.
may want to put it on a pillow to make sure it relaxes. But
Yeah, what did I do with that pillow? I had a pillow.
yeah,
Well, people can use that imagination, but the guns do work really nice. You don't get
Right.
tired. You can do it for 2 to 3 minutes, which is a good length
and
of
you
time.
can
to
get a
do
free
it.
one if you sign up.
Oh, that's right. You'll
And-
know. See, it's starting to get red there.
Right.
That's a good sign. It means we're increasing blood flow. Things are working it. It shouldn't create any sharp pain at all. It should feel reasonably good. Then we know we're doing some good.
We're proud of our guns because they're really good quality.
Yeah, and they really do work well for all parts of the body,
Right.
not just
Exactly.
the shoulder. So once again, we can fix about anything,
Just
Bob?
about anything.
Just about anything, except for
A broken heart.
that's right. And
But we're making gains every
well,
5 years.
every 5 years we get another step forward. We
Right.
just found out the other day if you
we found out some things that don't work.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Be careful.